FileLocal presents FileLocal Basics, a video containing an overview of each of the main functions of the FileLocal portal, as well as a step-by-step guide to setting up your account. Let's get started. Go to www.filelocal-wa.gov. To introduce you to FileLocal, we will take a brief look at setting up an account, completing a general business license application, filing a tax return, and making a payment. Then we will go through the details of setting up your account. There are other videos available that cover the step-by-step instructions for other processes.
This is the FileLocal welcome page. Here you can log in, set up a business account, or set up a preparer account. A business account lets you handle business licensing and taxes for your company no matter how many locations you have. If you prepare taxes for multiple companies, as would an accountant with multiple clients, you will need a tax preparer account. To get more information about tax preparer accounts, review the tax preparer training video on the FileLocal YouTube channel. For now, let's take a look at the business account. Click the Create Business Account button.
Setting up an account is a multi-step process. The menu on the left side of the screen shows you where you are in the process. Step 1 is Sign Up. This step tells us who you are and establishes your login credentials. Set up your username and password and enter your contact information. Required fields are marked with an asterisk. As you will see, tooltips are provided to help you throughout the system. When finished with Step 1, click Sign Up. Then simply follow the on-screen instructions. One of the key steps in setting up your account is providing information about your business. This happens on Step 4. Business information includes things like your business name, physical and mailing addresses, and the business type. Again, we will go through all these steps more carefully later in the video. If you have additional locations, you can set those up on Step 5. Just click Add a new location and complete the business information form for the next location and then click the Add button. Repeat that process until you have added all your locations. We save your work at each step of the process. If you need to leave and come back later, that's perfectly okay. You can also add new locations later through account maintenance. Note that you won't be able to file taxes, register your business, or renew licenses using FileLocal unless the business location is set up. So we recommend setting up all your locations when setting up your account. When you've added your locations, click Yes.
The last step in account setup is setting up the tax forms you will file. If you file on paper, you start with a blank form. Setting up your tax form in FileLocal gives us the information we need to create the blank form for you to complete online. This includes the city where you will file, the type of tax you need to file, the business location, the city tax account number for the location and city you selected, and how often you plan to file. You should set up a form for each location and city where taxes are owed. If you set up tax forms in different cities for a particular business location, when you file your taxes, you will be able to use our multi-city form to file all the cities at once. If you are planning to use FileLocal solely for licensing purposes, you can skip this step. If you decide to file taxes using the portal later, you can always set up your tax forms at that time. Once you have completed Step 6, your account setup is complete, and you can begin other activities in the portal. For example, you can apply for a business license for any location that doesn't already have one, or you can begin filing taxes online.
If you need to add new locations, make changes to your account, or add other users for your business, you can do that through My Account. And when it's time to renew your business license, we will send you a notice and you can renew through FileLocal. Let's take a brief look at the process to apply for a general business license. As with the account setup process, there is a menu on the left to show you where you are in the process. Again, you can save your work to be completed later if needed. When you apply for a business license online, you can apply with multiple cities at once if needed. We will fill out a lot of the application for you based on information you entered during account setup. You will simply supply the additional requested information about your business. When finished, you can review your application for accuracy before making your payment. We will cover step-by-step instructions for the General Business License application in a separate video. For now, let's go over the high points of how to file a tax return through FileLocal. You can begin your tax return from the home page. Next, you will choose your filing period, tax form, and business location. Then you simply fill in the blanks on the tax form. We do all the calculations based on information you give us. If you need to save your return to complete it later, we will keep it for you in the Activity Center. You can come back to FileLocal to finish the process and make your payment when you're ready. Speaking of payments, let's look at the payment process. FileLocal has a shopping cart to hold items for payment. Each time you complete a general business license application or a tax form, we will automatically drop it into the payment cart. This lets you pay for multiple items together. Of course, you can take any item out of the cart if needed, and we will store it for you back in the Activity Center. When you're ready to pay, we will redirect you to Kubra, our secure third-party payment processor. Using a third party to handle the payment ensures your financial data is not provided to FileLocal or its participating cities. You can choose to pay using your bank account or a debit or credit card. For a bank transaction, just enter your routing number and bank account number. Or if you'd like to pay by debit or credit card, just choose that option and enter your card information. Then review your payment information and click Pay Now. Kubra will process your payment immediately and send the money to the city or cities you are paying. When your payment is successful, you can go back to the FileLocal website to get your printable receipt. That covers the basics of using FileLocal: setting up your account, applying for a general business license, filing a tax return, and making a payment. If you're ready to get started with FileLocal, you can stop this video and go to the FileLocal website. If you'd like step-by-step instructions on setting up your account, just keep watching. Specific instructions for the General Business License application are covered in our second training video, Getting a General Business License through FileLocal. If you want instructions for tax returns, watch the third video, Completing Your Tax Return on FileLocal.
The fourth video, Tax Preparer Training, explains the purpose of a tax preparer account, walks you through steps to set up a tax preparer account, and covers the basics of using the account.
Now that you have been introduced to FileLocal, let's look at the account setup process more closely. Step 1 is Sign Up. This establishes your user account with FileLocal. First, create a username. Your username must be unique, but it isn't case sensitive. So it doesn't matter if you type in upper or lowercase letters. Next, set up your password. For security, your password is hidden on screen. So we ask that you type it twice to ensure that you know what you entered. The password must be 6 to 20 characters in length, and it must contain at least one numeric character, at least one uppercase character, and at least one lowercase character. Enter your first name, last name, and your title. Give us your phone number, fax number if you have one, and your email address. We will use your email address to contact you, so we do ask you to enter it twice to verify its accuracy. When you click Sign Up, we will send an email to verify your account. When you receive the email, and that may take a moment, click the link in the email message to confirm your email address and continue to Step 2, Security Question. We use a security question to verify who you are in case you request a password reset. We give you several questions to choose from. Click the link to choose a question, or you can choose to write your own question. Enter the answer and click Next. On Step 3, enter your 16-digit UBI number. If you don't have a UBI number, just click the link to determine whether or not you need one. Keep in mind that most cities require you to have a UBI in order to utilize the portal. If you have entered your 16-digit UBI, click Next.
Step 4 is where you tell us about your business. If you have other locations or branches, you will enter those in Step 5. Here, we need to know about your first location. Enter the legal business name for your company. It is important that you enter the legal business name accurately because you won't be able to change it after you leave this screen.
Next, enter the trade name for your business. This may be the same as your legal business name, or you may have a doing business as or DBA name for your company. Then enter your location name to distinguish this location from others you may enter later. The location name might be a store number or an address, for example. We have pre-populated your UBI based on the information you already entered. You may want to confirm this is the correct number, as you will not be able to change it in the portal after this step. Choose your business type from the list of options. There may be some additional questions to complete based on your selection. In this case, enter your federal tax ID. Next, give us a brief description of your business. Select your NAICS code from the list. If you're unsure what code to use, the tooltip includes a link where you can look up the appropriate code for your business. Then enter the physical address for your business. This includes the street address, the secondary address, such as a suite number, the city, zip code, country, and state. If your mailing address is the same as your physical address, just check the box to copy the address. If you have a separate mailing address, enter the information on screen. Finally, check the appropriate box to indicate whether or not you have a separate address for your corporate headquarters. Then click the Next button. On Step 5, you can enter other locations for your business. You'll want to set up all your business locations that do business in participating cities. If you only have one location, just click Yes to go to the next step. If you have more locations, click Add a new location. On the Add Business Information screen, enter a location name for the location you're adding. Remember that the location name should be unique for each location. Enter the trade name for this location. This may or may not be the same as the trade name for your initial location. Next, enter the phone number for this location and the fax number if you have one. Provide the email address for this location, which may be the same as the email address you entered in Step 1, Sign Up. Next, enter your federal tax ID.
We have populated the primary UBI for you from the first 9 digits of the UBI you entered on Step 2. Enter the last 7 digits of this location's 16-digit UBI number. If you are unsure of the remaining 7 digits, you can look up your UBI number using the link provided. Then choose the NAICS code for this location. You can look up NAICS codes and descriptions using the link provided in the tooltip.
Enter the physical address for this location and then the mailing address. If the mailing address is the same as the physical address, just click the arrow to the right to copy the physical address. Then click the Add button to update your location list. Repeat that step for each location, and then click Yes to indicate you are finished adding business locations. The last and final step of account setup is setting up tax forms. This basically creates a blank tax form or template for you to file from. You need to set up a tax form for each location in each city where that location has a business license. If a location is licensed in multiple cities, you need to set up a tax form for each city. This will allow you to use our convenient multi-city form when you are ready to file your taxes. To set up your tax form, select the city where you need to file, and then select the type of tax form you need. Choose a location and enter the city account number for the selected location. Each city will give you an account number when you apply for a license. If you already have a license, you should have an account number.
Then indicate how often you are supposed to file your taxes. When you click Add Tax Form, we will check with the city to verify the information you provided. Set up all the tax forms you need to complete account setup. If you are planning to use FileLocal solely for licensing, then you can simply skip this step by clicking the Skip button. As you add locations or your business needs change, you can always set up more tax forms later.
When you have finished setting up your account, you can apply for any general business licenses you may need. Or, if you already have a license, you can start filing your taxes. When your general business license is due for renewal, the portal will send you a message, and you can pay for the renewal online, even if you didn't apply for your license through FileLocal. If you have locations to add after you complete account setup, you can add them in Account Information. You can also add other users for your company if needed. This concludes the step-by-step guide for account setup. Watch video number 2, Getting a General Business License through FileLocal, for specific help on how to get a business license with one of our participating cities.
If you already have a business license and you need more information on filing a tax return, skip straight to video number 3, completing your tax return on FileLocal. If you would like information on setting up and using a Tax Preparer account, take a look at video number 4, Tax Preparer Training. Thank you for watching.